Well, this video is not prophetic. As you know, or some of you may know, I have been having problems with YouTube, with censorship, issues with them freezing my subscriber count, and then it would say add 9 subscribers in one place, and then when it went to the total, it removed 9 subscribers. So this went on for 2-3 years, and it was just frozen in place and would not move. Several times I tried to send feedback. I would never get a response. It would never be fixed. And so it would just be frozen in place. And meanwhile, all these other channels are getting more and more and more subscribers, and mine is just frozen in place. So last night, in the middle of the night, I woke up, and it was close to 4 a.m., and I started watching what was happening with the latest video. I had a video before the latest one, and it went up to above 6,000 views. And after 4 hours, they only allowed my last video a little bit over 400 views, and then it just kind of stopped. And I was actually watching it not progress. It was going very slow, and if anybody was watching it, you'd never know it. So I finally found a YouTube partner support chat, and I tried to explain all these issues. So this took me about an hour and a half chatting. I didn't go back to sleep till 6 a.m., and I know I was talking to them at about 4 a.m. So they sent me this partner YouTube reply to summarize what we talked about. And the moral of the story is they told me that they were not censoring my channel, that there were no hackers, and that everything was functioning normally like it should be. Well, so one of the times when I sent feedback, that's when the next video went propelling up over 6,000 views, which is what I should be getting. And next year I will have been on YouTube 10 years. So I should have 5 times as many subscribers, but because they stifled it and removed numbers, they're not getting that their software is not working. The algorithms are not working. So I just wanted to prove to you that what I said is what they're doing. They pretty much admitted that this is what was happening. So it says, "Hi there. Thanks for reaching out through chat. As discussed, here's the summary of what had transpired on our chat. YouTube engagement metrics, including views, likes, dislikes, and subscriptions, indicate how often people interact with your video or channel. These metrics are key indicators of your content's popularity. We aim to ensure that these metrics reflect genuine interactions from real users, not automated systems. Our algorithms take some time to verify which views are authentic. Once we've confirmed legitimate engagement, your metrics should be updated more frequently. The frequency of these updates can vary based on the video or channel's popularity and view count. Please note that we're continually validating and adjusting engagement data. At times," now just listen to this, because they told me that this was not happening to me and that everything was functioning properly. But this just admits that they do this. "At times you might notice that your metric count appears static or doesn't match your expectations." Yep. "This can happen as we use algorithms to verify and maintain fairness for content creators." So does that mean if they don't consider what you're saying fair, then they're making it static and keeping it from propelling forward for fairness purposes? And it says, well, Let me repeat, this can happen as we use algorithms to verify and maintain fairness for content creators, advertisers, and viewers. To ensure accuracy, YouTube may temporarily slow down, which is what I noticed with the viewer count. It took off, and then right out the gate, they started slowing it down. Freeze, which is what my subscriber count did for at least 3 years. Or adjust your metrics and filter out low quality views. Let me just repeat that because they just admitted what I had said was happening to me. To ensure accuracy, YouTube may temporarily slow down, freeze, or adjust your metrics and filter out low quality views. Guilty as charged. So I've been being harassed by these methods almost the entire time I've been on YouTube. For more information about subscriber counts, you can check out this article. If you're interested, you can learn more about how views are counted here. Please also know that our recommendation system doesn't promote videos to your audience, but rather finds videos for your audience when they visit YouTube. Our recommendation system narrows down the best set of videos to offer your audience by paying attention to what they watch, what they don't watch, what they search for, likes and dislikes, not interested feedback. Now, you know, I have some of the most original revelations in my content that is on nobody else's channel, so they can't tell me it has something to do with my content. Regarding your issue about the playlist, you may check this link. Overall, I can see that your channel is working as intended. There's no technical report related to your concern. Beyond this, we no longer have any additional information to share, but feel free to go through the resources we have provided. Moving forward, our team will not respond to your tickets if it's about the same issue. So if I post that something's wrong and something's happening, they will not respond to it because they're guilty as charged. We appreciate your cooperation and understanding. Best, the Google YouTube team. See, guys, I have been struggling with this issue, and they just admitted that they freeze, slow down, and adjust your metrics. Do you know what a source of demonic frustration this has been to somebody who's trying to reveal things that's original from the Holy Spirit, and they're blocking it from getting out? And I have even posted it to Rumble, posted it to X, and it still doesn't increase. So they are blocking it from progressing. And go to any other Watchman or Watchwoman's channel, and you'll see they'll have this extraordinary amount of views. All right, so that's the moral of the story of what I dealt with and got that weird response. And spent 2 hours in the middle of the night trying to chit-chat back and forth, trying to solve the issue. Now, as you know, yesterday I was telling you how people are not realizing that there's many people putting the Antichrist system in place, the one world government. So everybody that's doing that is part of the Antichrist system, but they will put a certain king as the world leader at some point. Regarding the Pope, who I haven't spoken about in quite some time, he is part of the religious part of the one world religion. And of course, we know about the synagogue, the Catholic Church, and the mosque over there in Dubai. And he's behind all that. But I want you to listen to what this says, because Pope Francis has that 7-year Laudato Si, which he's trying to get the religious leaders in the Catholic Church to implement the climate change rules within the religious system. So this came out in Israel 365 News, and it was just this couple of paragraphs I wanted to read. Pope Francis began his tour with a visit to Jakarta, Indonesia, home to the largest Muslim population in the world. In Jakarta, the Pope met with Indonesia's Grand Imam, and it gave his name, along with representatives of the 6 sufficiently recognized religions in Indonesia: Islam, Buddhism, Confucianism, Hinduism, Catholicism, and Protestantism. He encouraged Indonesians of every religious tradition to, quote, walk in watch of God and contribute to building open societies founded on reciprocal respect and mutual love, capable of protecting against rigidity, fundamentalism, and extremism, which are always dangerous and never justifiable. I encourage you, he said, to continue along this path so that all of us together, each cultivating his or her own spirituality and practicing his or her own religion, may walk in search of God and contribute to building open societies. Now, I'm pointing out that particular sentence right there because George Soros, his foundation is called the Open Society. This is why he's funding all the open borders and flooding the United States and Europe with foreigners, because he's trying to create an open society where there's no identity of any particular country anymore because everybody's a mixed multitude. So it's definitely trying to use all of these religions together under the banner of this climate change and promoting the climate change rules upon society. You just can't have these other gods that are false gods mixed with the one true God of Israel. You can't have, the crescent moon god known as Sin in the wilderness of Mount Sinai and have the Pope telling you got to get together and come together and have one religious mindset and purpose. But we all know that the apostate church in the end that doesn't uphold the gospel message of Jesus Christ alone as the one true living God that came as our Yeshua to take us into the eternal promised land. You cannot combine Buddha and Confucianism and Hinduism all together with Catholicism and Protestantism. So this is heresy and of the worst kind, And this is the problem that people have, is they want to just say, hold hands and sing Kumbaya with all of these different gods. And this offends God greatly. So this is why the judgment's coming, you guys. And this is why the true church, those that have given their life to Jesus Christ, have given their hearts and lives to him, will be saved. But these people are all going to come together, and then they're going to be represented right there in Jerusalem when the third temple is built, because they want all the religions to come together into one place, like the Tower of Babel. So that's why Jerusalem is Mystery Babylon, the great mother of harlots. And in the end, Jesus is going to have to come down and fight against those who defy and reject his offer of salvation by grace. So I just wanted to update you on the YouTube problems and what they said to me, which admitted everything that I had said to them was happening, which they denied. They told me it was all working properly. I have been fighting this battle so bad, you guys, at times I wanted to stop. I wanted to quit. I didn't want to do it anymore. And then they'll send me these troll comments that'll be mind stickers. And then if you click on that troll's comment, it usually says something that's really insulting. And you click on their thing and it takes you to a blank web page that just has the name that they used. No videos, no playlist. It's a blank account. And I truly believe that they are sending those out. And just this last week, when I did like 5 videos, I got about 5 of those fake troll accounts saying stupid things. And usually they try to insult you personally in some way. And so this is truly a battle. And so that's why I say, if you are a true Christian and you're following this work of watchmen and watchwomen that are trying to share things with you, please support their channels and don't just ignore them, because at some point it could be that we wouldn't even be allowed to say the things we do or be on here, and everything would come to a screeching halt. So I'm just hanging on at some points where I just get so discouraged, and especially not only that, but having them hinder the view count and remove subscribers that didn't unsubscribe and trying to act like it's all my fault is hideously mean. And the censorship is terrible, and they claim that there's no censorship, and that's just a lie. So there you have it. The Pope is part of the religious part of the one world government with the one world religion. And of course, the Sanhedrin, that is the Antichrist spirit there in Jerusalem, they want to replace the UN and have all of these 70 nations have representatives that come to Jerusalem there. And when they build the temple, I've actually seen the blueprints, which I showed you one time. I saw them with my own eyes in person when a rabbi came to visit a church here. So that building is kind of on the wing of a temple, which I find interesting. That wordage is kind of used of the abomination of desolation being set up on the wing of the temple. And that building will be there. And of course, the Sanhedrin has had these concerts and everything and tried to invite 70 nations representatives to come be there so that they can start little by little implementing this, to elevate themselves to be basically accepting a king that's not the king. Antichrist means a replacement king, someone who's anointed. So this is why I told you that it's not Obama and it's not Trump and it's not the Pope, but those people are players in playing a role to get the Antichrist system into position. They're being used. And the demonic activity is really fierce and really terrible. So I just say, please support people that are really trying to give you true biblical information, and so you won't be deceived about things, and you'll be ready to go when Yeshua comes to get us. Because, all of this is part of the apostasy. And I truly believe that when King Charles III, was the first king that embraced all these religions, working in consort with the Pope, it's all part of the one world government with the king at the helm and the one world religion in the last days. And it'll be right out of Jerusalem, the Scarlet Harlot, Mystery Babylon, the great mother of harlots, where we were all created from the foundation stone. This is why Yeshua came to reverse the curse of Adam in that place, to take us back into the Garden of Eden, which is, the door of heaven is above Jerusalem. They say that's why they put the Star of David, where the triangle's pointing up and then pointing down. It's supposed to be, so as is above, so as below. kind of like an elevator triangle, up and down. So these are just my words for today to let you know that YouTube admitted to freezing and slowing things and manipulating the metrics. I knew it. I'm really mad about it. It's something I've been fighting every single time I come on. And if you don't think that's maddening, when you do all this work, all this research, the Holy Spirit shows me something, then I research more and I find more, and then I put it all together and I speak it, I take notes on what I've thought, and then I come and do the film, and then I spend several hours editing, and then I have to try to finalize it. And a lot of times it's kicked it out 30 times or more because it'll say there's not enough memory to download it to finalize it so that you can finalize it up to YouTube. So it's a lot of effort, time, work, and energy that I'm putting in, and to have people act like it doesn't matter is very upsetting and maddening. So anyway, I just wanted to share this truth with you because I couldn't believe what they said to me. And I can't believe what the Pope said about all of these people that are worshiping these different gods. And, the Lord himself was so offended by the golden calf, which was the crescent moon god's sin, that those worshiping the golden calf, the red heifer overlaid with gold, which is the scarlet colored beast in the wilderness, which is what the Lord revealed to me, that blew my mind, and realized that the Hebrews had played the scarlet harlot against God, that's what they're doing in the last days, because they're rejecting their king once again, and they want an earthly king, and it has to be a king, because the king has a white horse. Literally, King Charles III has a white horse with a trumpeter on it, and every time he is going to arrive somewhere, that white horse rider rides out and blows the trumpet to announce he's here. That's exactly what the white horse is at the beginning of the book of Revelation. And it's when Israel accepts this worldly king that starts the galloping situation of the white horse owner, which is the king that they put in place. That will be the thing that sets off the opening of the first seal judgment. And from there, the judgments progress and progress until the end, when the Lord himself descends from heaven to come fight as he fought in the day of battle against his enemies and everything that offends. I just can't believe it. This has been years of this battle with them on YouTube. And I've repeatedly, over and over and over, there's been nobody to contact. You send feedback, and then you never hear anything. You try to go there, and they send you all of these articles. Read this, read that, try to fix it with this way. And nothing fixed it because they're doing it. Wow. Somebody ought to be held accountable for my years of mental anguish over trying to do my work and post it and not be hindered and not have it not viewed. It's an outrage. What if you went to your job and every time you did work and you did the best effort you could, you would have these scoundrels coming behind you and making sure it doesn't get anywhere. Making sure that you never succeed, that it never takes off. You would be livid. I don't deserve that. The work I'm doing is to glorify the Lord and bring the truth out. Well, y'all have a nice evening. I got to catch up on my sleep because I was awake in the middle of the night talking to YouTube chat. Anyway, enough said. I'll see you in the next video. To those of you who have stuck by me since I was at Mom's house, and which was my home with her, I just can't thank you enough for sticking by me And I'm sure that a lot of my videos have not been received to my subscribers so that they even knew I was still doing videos. It's been very emotional at times because I have cried my eyes out at trying to load my work and having it hindered. If you don't know what's really happening with some of these watchmen and watchwomen, there's a lot that happens to people trying to get the truth of God's message out. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for listening. I don't mean to go on a rant. I just wanted to read that to you so you knew they admitted that that's what they do. This is Kimberly signing out for my channel, Elijah and Moses, which I named after them, the two witnesses. See you later, guys.